Hey everyone, this is Jenny Garcia and this is a Project Life process video using the Studio Calico documentary kit. I believe this one is Marketplace, which was the kit for March 2024. On the left side, the colors are very cold, very muted. It was a lot of snow pictures. And on the right, we have some colors. So I was trying to see which way I would lean towards to, and it was easier for me to just do color. It's hard for me to do muted projects and pages. The more I do these layouts and these spreads with these pages, the easier it gets. I also noticed that the more I like the kit, the easier it gets. So maybe the reason why I was a little apprehensive in January was because it wasn't my favorite kit from this year. They have gotten progressively better and they're super cute. January was cute, but like I just said, I love colors, and that one is a little bit more muted, so it's just easier for me to like these newer kits a little better. And I'm trying out a few different cards that I wanted to use. Very important for me to choose two that are for title cards, and then I picked the pocket that comes in the Marketplace kit. It's perfect because I can put a photo on top, but then I have a little extra space for journaling. I decided that I needed a little more space to write my journaling, so I switched that card. I also switched this card. I had a flower pattern before, but I thought that this one would go a little bit better with the cover. This was a book that I love reading to my kids. It's one of my favorite books. If you have a toddler, a kid, or you want to give someone a book, I would recommend this one. It's about a kid that has to go to sleep, and of course all the questions in the world pop out, and she probably has to go to the bathroom and drink water. But she asks her mom, what if I was an alien and I only ate bugs? And her mom, with all the patience, tells her that she's going to make her peanut butter, jelly, and bug sandwiches for her lunchbox, and she would kiss her greeny face. And I thought that it was one of the cutest books ever. I love it. These labels come in the kit. You don't really have to write much on them. I love that this one said grow your own way. This book, I took a picture because when we moved, my kids put books in a pile that they outgrown or don't want to read anymore, so I could donate them, and this was in that pile. But I saved that because of sentimental value. I usually don't save things that they get rid of unless it's something very emotional like this. And I use a die to cut that photo in a circle. And I believe that this color is Lemon Zest, and I'm going to write a little bit of my journaling with the Tombow monodrum pen. This is the size 02, is my favorite for journaling. And I just wanted to add a little journaling to that card, and this is an easy way to, maybe if you have photos in all the pockets, maybe this is a way that you can add a little bit of journaling to the photos that are most important. The stamp that I'm using right now with that gold is the one from May, and I love it. I'm going to use that often. I love little sprinkles and stars like this, so it's going to stay on my desk a long time. I have two title cards, one on the left, one on the right side of the page. The left is weeks 7 and 8, and on the right we have week 9. And I'm going to use this stamp from Everyday Explorers. It's a stamp that has weeks and months, Let's see if I can. Oh, I have so many stamps that are for Project Life, but I will try to link it below. And I love to stamp and do like a secondary stamping. That way I can add a little shadow and it's not too heavy as adding 5 very dark circles on the right. I'm going to use a tag from the kit and layer it with this 9, which is from an embellishment pack, and there's 4 of them, and they have numbers written on them, and they have months. So we have from January to March, I believe. Yes. And then we have April, May, and June, then July, August, and September, and then October, November, and December. And I only have 3. I have to buy the first 3 months. I love these labels. I have them in a bunch of colors. This one has like a slight notebook feel to it. And I use the Limelight ink from Calico to stamp the dates. And I added some washi dots. And this card, it's super simple. That was 2021, and my kids were still doing school at home, and one of the things that she did was write a letter about the book that she liked at the moment, and she loved Baby Mouse. It's also one of my favorite things that my kids have read. So I'm just going to add this little stamp that says currently reading. It's also from Everyday Explorers. I love their prompt stamps. They're amazing. And I just had a little space. I didn't want to overwhelm it too much. I don't want to cover any of the handwriting or the drawing. So this is a way that you can add art and document art, whatever they write, without having a big stack of papers. I just did a tiny cluster with a washi dot, little enamel heart, and that little smiley face is from the Positivity Passport from Everyday Explorers, and it's a digital file. It's from an old project that they had on their website, but I don't think they're doing it anymore. I added some cloud washi. And I cut also this photo in a circle. That way you get like you have a place to put the photo, and you get like a sneak of the journaling. And I like to put everything that has to come out of the pocket, I like to put it on the right page, because that's the one that faces up, where you can easily like slide out anything from the pockets. And I just kept it super simple. And I love these pockets. They're so handy. Kind of regret not getting another one. And that was one of the weeks after we moved out and we got rid of a bunch of furniture. So we had to buy new furniture and put it together. And my little one loves to help her dad with that sort of thing, so I'm glad that I have those photos. I wanted to use this stamp, but I didn't want to get lost in the background, so I used a label, again from Calico. These are awesome. These are the 3x8 labels, because there's another one that has smaller labels, and I'm going to use those later. Whether I work with a pre-made kit like this one from Calico or I make my own, I always grab labels. They are staples in everything that I do, and I use the ones from Color Theory. Calico does have a few others that are very similar to the Color Theory ones, but sometimes they have ledgers and things like that. But I love them for journaling, for stamping, from add a little word sticker, and creating layers and stuff like that. It's just a very simple embellishment. And whenever they have a sale, sometimes they have ridiculous sales where you can get a pack of these for like $1 or something like that. I always like to stock up, especially when I do my December daily. I buy a lot of red and green and a little bit of pink too. So this was my first Roomba, and I'm obsessed. If you don't have a Roomba, get a Roomba. They are amazing. And we named it Robotina, which is the Spanish version of Rosie the Robot in the Jetsons. I always wanted one. I still want one that folds the laundry. When are we coming up with that? Because I hate it so much. It takes so much time. And the little alphas that I use are from Citrus Twist kits. I thought that they were perfect with the kit. I do like to over embellish, so whenever I decide this is the kit that I'm going to use, I do pull out extra things, whether it's alphas, labels, and I always pick washi tape that matches whatever kit I'm using. And here I'm going to use that stamp again from May with different little stars. These are different than the ones I used earlier. They're a little bit bigger. I used the Lemon Zest ink in the Limelight green. And these are the embellishment packs that I mentioned earlier. And I'm also going to use the monthly markers that were stickers last year. I love that. I'm kind of bummed that this year we don't get a monthly marker. I have seen that sometimes they add a journaling card in the paper pack, but I prefer something like this. And I'm going to use again the numbers to address the weeks. And at first I was going to pick a color, but against this mustard labels, I don't think it was going to pop, so I decided to use black. I do wish that the second one I turn it to the side, that way I can cover a little bit of that yellow with the number, but it turned out fine. I am going to use that Orange County ink from Calico also to stamp little stars. I like to divide the dates. I don't know why. It's just very pleasant. So if I stamped it the other way, then I could like mirror the top, but kind of a different way. And the 8 matches the circle matches the square above, so that was very nice. I love these pages with the little details and the cut aparts. I'm gonna keep adding stuff because that's my style, and I love to make title cards. And I'm obsessed with these smiley faces, but half of them, the ones on the left, didn't cut well. I can never solve what was up with the lining and that has name, the, oh god, the alignment was off. Sometimes I can figure it out and sometimes I can't, so I'm gonna have to hand cut the left side of that whole sheet. And these are the other color theory labels that are a little bit smaller, and I love to use them with the currently prompt stamps. That week we were watching a lot of WandaVision, which is one of my favorite new Disney, well, not new, one of my favorite Marvel shows that Disney has done. I love this one, and Moon Knight was so good. It was so well done. I love the little popcorn on the stamp. There's one that says currently watching and another one that says currently binging. And these are technically the first photos, not technically the first photos, because the first photo was when the house was not here, but I do take a lot of photos of my backyard, and with every change of the season, it has been fun to see how things have progressed. These icon stamps are also from Everyday Explorers, and I'm just going to stamp them with the Ice Ice Baby from Studio Calico, and I just wanted to add one little extra thing. I thought that I was going to write something on the label, but I decided not to. This was a photo from the basement. We were all sleeping together while we waited for our furniture to arrive, so it was it's a cool photo to have. And I love these little word stickers. They are from a kit way back, and I wish I had two, because a bunch of those little words were birthday related, and I do still have to add a lot more, work on more birthday layouts. And this is the final result. I'm still working on Project Life 2021. Hopefully we'll get through it at least during this first half of the year. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're having an awesome day. Bye.